This is Samantha Sunderworth of Maggie Z Photography wishing you a very happy Halloween. I'm especially excited about this month's professional profile because we were at the newly renovated Colony Hotel on Palm Beach. Finding and booking your wedding venue is the biggest thing you'll do during your planning. The Colony's event coordinator, Robin Gutilla, has great information to make that process as easy as possible. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, I am here with Robin Gutilla from the Colony on Palm Beach, and I'm really excited because I love the Colony. It's one of my favorite hotels. So we are going to talk about things that brides can do when they are booking their venue, which is a huge, planning point in the whole process. So first of all, Robin, can you give us a brief description of the Colony? How would you describe its style, its location, and how did you come to work here?
Well, the Colony is a boutique hotel. It's got a really warm feel. It's Palm Beach. We're located not even a block from the beach, and then right around the corner is Worth Avenue. It doesn't get much better than that. I came to work here, it'll be a year in December, and most of my experience has been in the corporate setting, so it's quite different in the privately owned and boutique style property, but it's great, it's wonderful.
I bet. Like you said, the Colony has a perfect location. There's so much to do around here, perfect for a wedding. What do you think sets the Colony apart from other Palm Beach wedding venues?
I just think that being a boutique style hotel, our space is not as large as other properties. So you get a more intimate feeling. My brides feel, how do you say, I only focus on them one at a time because I can only do one wedding at a time.
Cool. Now, their hotel has recently undergone renovations. What part of the hotel have you updated?
We've renovated all of our guest rooms. Carlton Varney is the designer, and all of our guest rooms have been updated, and as well as our lobby and our Polo restaurant.
Yeah, I actually came into both when I came into the hotel, and I was just wowed by it. It looks so good. Now, some brides choose to have small and intimate weddings, and some invite hundreds of people. How do your services differ to accommodate each type of wedding? Like, I know you have your event space. Do you ever have smaller weddings in the royal room, for example, where it's a little more intimate, or do you send everybody over to your event space?
Well, the majority of it is in our event space. There have been some instances where we can accommodate. There are challenges because we do offer entertainment in the royal room, so it's very far and few in between to be able to do that. What's nice about the ballroom space is it can be broken down into two spaces if you have something a little smaller. We also offer, as a nice option, to have the cocktail hour out in our palm court, which is our covered outdoor space, and then after the cocktail reception, then they can go into the ballroom, or like you said, if it's a smaller, more intimate guest list, then they can go into a section of the ballroom.
Okay, perfect. Now, it's a beautiful ballroom. I love that it has its own building, designated building. Do you also hold ceremonies on the grounds, and where do you usually set that up?
Yes, we do hold ceremonies. The ceremonies are on our courtyard. And our courtyard is a really beautiful little grassy area adjacent to the pool. I can seat up to 160 in that area, and it's it is an outdoor space. We always provide backup in case of weather.
True, yeah. And that's summer weddings where it rains all the time.
Definitely.
Now, you have great restaurants here. What kind of cuisine can brides expect on the day of their wedding? And do you have a pastry chef that you recommend here on staff?
We don't have a pastry chef on staff, but the company that does our wedding cakes, which are included in our packages, is Jennifer Johnson, Custom Cakes and More.
Love her.
I do too, and she also does some great work if somebody decided to choose to upgrade and add, maybe a cookie bar or a candy bar. She also can do that as well.
Yeah.
The cuisine, American cuisine. We specialize in our steaks, our aged steaks, and also seafood. So we can customize our package according to dietary restrictions. And our packages is our guideline, but we can customize to any need.
Perfect. Now I want to go back to the location a little bit. Usually a lot of guests will come from out of town and they'll stay at the hotel for a wedding. What are some fun things to do on the island that you usually recommend when people fly in and they want something to do?
Well, there's, I always talk about the Duck Diva to do your tours. That's really nice to do the Duck Diva for the island tours. And again, you can go down Worth Avenue. We've got the beach is a block away. We also rent bicycles, so they can do a bicycle tour. And there's just a lot to see on Palm Beach.
Yeah, that bike trail is really cool.
Yeah.
It's a small island, for those that don't know. It's probably like 8 miles long or something and like 1.5 miles wide, so it's perfect for bicycling.
Yes, and it's beautiful. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
it
ride.
is. It really is. Now, luckily we live in Florida, so we don't have winter months here where we really can't do a lot of weddings, but what are your peak months? And to make sure a couple gets the date they want, how soon in advance should they book their space?
I think that a year gives a good time, especially when you have a specific date in mind.
Right.
A lot of the brides don't, they just pick a month and then any date's fine. But if you have a specific date, you really should consider
Go for
booking a year in advance.
Do you have like more weddings there? Or like for me, I'm busier in the fall and the winter when it's cooler. Do you find that it's sort of the same thing, or is the summer really busy too?
The summer is getting busy. I think between April and October
Okay.
are my busiest months.
Yeah.
For weddings. I think a lot of times when guests or clients are looking to book their wedding, when you're talking about the first season, January, February, March, because of the fact that the airline rates are outrageous, guests are coming from all over the country, it's an expense to get here and it's expense for the gifts.
It is.
I think a lot of brides are really considering that when they're making their plans for their wedding.
That's true. That's very true. And now you said the maximum number of guests is 160?
60, comfortably
Okay,
160
comfortably.
for
Okay.
both ceremony and reception.
Perfect, but it's like I really like that it's more of an intimate space. It's not this huge sterile space. Like it really feels like you're having it at like a huge Palm Beach estate. So it's like that's a perfect number, I think. Now, if a couple wants to make an appointment to sit down with you to discuss their wedding, what's the best way to reach you?
They can reach me by phone or email. I'm really good at returning calls and responding to emails. My schedule, I'm here Tuesday through Saturday, and Saturday is strictly by appointment only, because of the fact that if I have an event, my time is really spent with that client. So I'm very flexible as far as setting up tours of the property during those hours.
Okay. And for those just listening, the email and the website is on the blog. That's thecolonypalmbeach.com. Well, Robin, I'm always happy to come to the Colony. I absolutely love it here. Thanks so much for sitting down with us today.
Thank you. Thanks
All
for
right.
taking your time. Appreciate it.
No, I love it. Thank you, and have a great day, everyone.